Hello and welcome to Cannon County High School Algebra 2. This is another in our series of videos designed to help those of you who are trying to bring your third quarter grade up to passing to get some of the IXLs done, to get that done. And this one is on R11. So, Mr. Lyon, I'm going to have you supervise us again from over here. How do I do R.11? Well, R.11 is all about the power property of logarithms. It's a pretty quick and easy one on the IXL as long as you know what you're doing. So here's what it looks like. The log base b of m raised to the n power. Remember that with a logarithm is just an exponent. So when you're taking an exponent to another exponent, what do? You multiply them. Just like, for instance, what is x to the third power raised to the fourth power? Well, you're taking an exponent to another exponent, so you know that that is really, you remember from Algebra 1, you multiply the exponents together and you get x to the 12th power. Well, that's exactly what we're doing with logarithms because a logarithm is an exponent. So when you have the log base b of m to the n power, what you do is you take that n and you put it out in front, because n, that's equal to n times the log of b to the m power, because this exponent is being raised to an exponent. So what do you do when you have an exponent raised to an exponent? You multiply them together. So this will come down into the front, and you're multiplying n, which is the exponent, times this log, which is just another exponent. So really, this just comes down to you got to take this and put it out in front, and that's it. So let's try a couple of these IXLs so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to zoom in on this just a little bit so you can see it better. They want us to write your answer as a sum or difference of common logarithms or multiples of common logarithms. Inside of each logarithm must be a distinct constant or variable. So this one says the log of y to the 9th power. So where does that 9 belong? Remember that n is kind of like the 9 in this problem, so the n went in front, so the same thing's going to happen here. The 9 goes in front. So this is going to equal 9 times the log of y. Notice the base, this is a common log. This is base 10. If there's nothing written for the base, then you can assume that that's base 10. And so you don't have to actually put the base on there. So you just click submit. That's it. Okay, how about this one? Here's the 6. Where does that 6 belong? It belongs in front. So this would equal 6 times the log of y. 6 times the log of y. Where does that 4 belong? It belongs out front. 4 times the log of x. 4 times the log of x. It's really that easy. We're up to 28 so far. Let's have it skip a level, and let's have it find some more difficult problems for us, if that's possible for this one. Let's try this. All right, well, what's different about this one? This one just has a base that's not 10. That's not too bad. That 2, where does that 2 belong? It belongs out in front. So this is 2 times the log, but this time it's base 4 instead of base 10. So I'm going to click on this button because that will allow me to put in a base 4. So 2 times the log base 4, and then get into the other parenthesis, and that's where you put the w. So you see, it's not really any different. It's just that we had to put that base in there, that base 4. So I click submit. Let's do another one like that. Where does that 4 belong? Well, that 4 belongs out in front. So that's 4 times, well, this is base 2. So again, I'm going to choose the one that allows me to type in a base. So this is base 2, and then a t goes in there for the argument, so that's it. Now we want to get up to 80%. Let's jump up another level and see if they can make these problems any more difficult before we're done here. Now we're up to 68. Well, it doesn't appear they can make these problems any more difficult because these are just like the ones we did before. Log base w of x to the second, that 2 right there belongs out front. So 2 times the log base w of x. So this whole IXL is based on this one property of logarithms. It's important that you know it, and that's why they're spending an entire IXL just on this one. But you get the idea. Let's see, let's do a couple more just to make sure we can get up to 72. Let's see, this one, the 6 goes out in front. 6 times the log base, well, this time the log is a letter, it's V. That's okay, that's no problem. And then the U goes inside the parentheses. And that's it. Where does the 9 go? The 9 goes out in front. 9 times log base Y of Z. Let's see, will this one get us to 80%? If it doesn't, we'll do one more. All right, let's just do one more. But you can see, no matter what they do, they can't really make these any more difficult. Where does that 8 go? The 8 goes out in front. 8 times the log base V of W, and that's it. That gets us over 80%. You can see, still, they're the same types of problems. So I hope that helps. Again, what you're doing is you're using this property right here. If it helps you, write that out on paper before you start the IXL, and I think you'll find that you can get to 81 pretty quickly. All right, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bye.